Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, the good, the noble, the ever-present Dr. Yukon Suckit. That's right, Yukon Suckit. Word to your mother. I am broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I am bringing you another premium mythic deck off of Magic GG. This one, I mean, they don't have names there. I'm calling it PM Golgari. PM for premium mythic. Golgari because it is made up of black and green cards. Now, I mean, there's a little bit of red right there you can see, but that's just because it's a tri-land. It is unnecessary. The nice thing about tri-lands like this is that you can cycle them. But anyways, black and green. It is Golgari deck. And I'm hoping it plays pretty well. I can tell you the main reason why I decided to play this was because I was looking at it originally. I'm like, oh, look, I'm looking down the list. Mono green, mono green, mono green, mono green. I thought, man, it's kind of standard mono greeny. You got Titan of Industry, Workshop Warchief, Invoke the Ancients, Topiary Stomper. And then I started, even have Shigeki. These guys are all very much in the mono green range right now. And then all of a sudden I saw Kappa Tech-Wrecker. And I said, well, that's kind of interesting that there's a Kappa Tech-Wrecker in there. I said, I wonder what his deal is. Why did they put him in there for? And I said, well, it's got Death Touch. I mean, I guess why not, right? So, yeah, somebody thought Death Touch was a good idea. Let's put that guy in. And so then I went down a little bit further. And all of a sudden I'm like, whoa. We got Binding of the Old Gods. That's not mono green. And we got Infernal Grasp. And we got Meathook Massacre. I'm like, holy smokes, this is not mono green. This is mono green with black control built into it. And that is fantastic. So, because that's my problem is that I always want to play a really good mono green deck, but I'm constantly disappointed by the lack of control. The best thing you generally get out of mono green is that you just have a bunch of dudes and they just can't wipe them all out and you maybe trample over the top and kill them. But anybody that's got a board wipe just takes you out. And then you sit there and you have to rebuild your army again. And it bites. Maybe you got what is it called? The Blizzard Brawl. So you can use that as kind of a control situation, other than the fact that it works as a sorcery speed. And it's just like, oh, okay, so you just have such a hard time with control. But in this case, we are going full-on black control. I mean, it's not full black because Binding of the Gods is 100% Golgari there. But yeah, destroy target non-land permanent and destroy target creature and do, give -X to the turn to each creature. And your dudes got butts on them, 3s, 4s, 3s. And so that means you can wipe out 1s and 2s and keep your guys alive quickly and early. And these guys all have, that's a 3 right there, but there's a 4 and 7s. These guys are 5s. So yeah, you've got some meat to keep yourselves through the kind of storm that Meathook Massacre likes to lay down. So let's take a look at the cards and then we'll take it out and see how well it does. We already talked about it a lot. We got Infernal Grasp for taking out target creatures. You lose 2 life. I'll cry me a river over it. Love the art. I like to call this one the Neck Snapper. We got Kappa Tech-Wrecker. And this guy is great. He's a 1/3 for 2. You can actually play him with your Ninjutsu ability for the same price, meaning something else is attacking, and you swap it out real quick with this guy. But the only reason I think you'd want to do that is because of his Death Touch ability. So someone thinks like, you're coming in with this 1/3. Well, you swap it out for this other 1/3, and they think, oh, I'm just going to bounce it off. I got 2 for defense. But nope, you put this guy out, and he's got Death Touch. Death Touch! At which point then your dude is dead. Or the other guy's dead. Your guy lives, and that's a fantastic thing, right? But other than just put him out, he's still great because he's got 3 for defense, which is going to keep him alive through a lot of what red can handle. If he's not attacking, then white really can't do a lot to him either. And so anyways, but then he can sit there and he can defend with his Death Touch. And the only thing you got to worry about is first strikers, that have the ability to do more damage than what this guy has in defense. We got, oh, by the way, also you can, if you do damage to a player with this guy, you can remove the Death Touch counter And when you do, you can exile target artifact or enchantment that the person you attacked controls. So, they're trying to grow some kiki-jikis. Gone. You just got to decide what's more important for you, keeping that death touch counter or taking out some sort of artifact or enchantment. We got Shigeki, the Jukai Visionary. He's also a 1/3, costs you 2, just like the Kappa Tech-Wrecker. This guy is all about ramping up your lands, though, because you put them out, and then you can, on next turn, tap them, pay 2 mana, bring them back to your hand, at which case you reveal the top 4 cards of your library, put a land card from amongst them onto the battlefield tapped, the rest into your graveyard. You can also pay 2 and 2 mana for each X to discard him and return X target non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand. So if you want to replay something like Invoke the Ancients, you pay 4, you go get it from your graveyard, bring it back, and then you can play it again for its full price. Kind of like giving everything flashback. So if you want to bring back 2 cards, it costs you 6. If you want to bring back 3 cards, it'll cost you 8. And so on and so forth, right? We got the Meathook Massacre. So in this case, this is a board wipe. I don't think you're going to use its other abilities too much. I mean, it's the ability, like, if a creature dies of yours, your opponent loses life. If a creature an opponent dies, you gain a life. That's great tempo. Maybe you want to play it, especially if you have 2 in your hand. Just put one out there because those abilities are fantastic. But what you're really waiting for is to wipe the board at some point, and this is the card that's going to do it for you. -X to each creature, and your guys have big butts, so therefore you can wipe out a lot of things and keep your guys alive through a Meathook Massacre. We got the Briarbridge Tracker. This one costs you 3, is a 2/3 with Vigilance, and when it enters the battlefield, it investigates, which means create a clue token. As long as you have a token, then this guy gets +2/+0, which makes him into a 4/3 with Vigilance, which is fantastic. And so, yeah, just don't sacrifice that clue or wait till you get something else. Some other sort of token. These guys are tokens, and this is a token generator as well. I guess this guy creates tokens. So, yeah, there's lots of good opportunities for this guy to have tokens. Topiary Stomper. So, this guy gets played a lot. I'm always disappointed in him. I got to keep reminding myself you're paying 3 mana for the land, and everything else is just gravy. Because the problem is you put him out at 3 or 4, let's say, but the problem is that he cannot be used for his 4/4 Vigilance itself until you've got 7 land. And we're trying to make our way up to 7. These guys over here are 7. But up until then, he is useless. He's just, he can't block, he can't attack, he doesn't do anything. He just stands there as a topiary, looking all badass, but doing nothing. So think of him as just going and getting another land and putting it into the battlefield tapped. Costs you 3 mana. We got Binding of the Old Gods. So, man, this Golgari standard is so great, but when it comes into play, you destroy target non-land permanent and opponent controls. In the next turn, you go get a forest card, which could be any of these duels or whatever that has the word forest on it, right? Looks like it's going to just be these tri-lands here or an actual forest itself. Anyways, you can get any of those, bring one of them back, and put it on the battlefield tapped and shuffle. On your 3rd turn, all of your creatures gain Death Touch till the end of the turn. So, lovely. Love the card, right? Costs you 4. Workshop Warchief. This guy costs 5. You put him out. And he's got a Trample. You gain 3 life, and that's pretty much it. And then if he dies, you create a 4/4 green Rhino Warrior creature token. So if he dies, then you get him again, but he's slightly different. Instead of being 5/3, he's a 4/4. And he doesn't have Trample any longer. So very disappointing. Now, you can also blitz this guy. So it costs you, 6 rather than 5 to put him out. But essentially, he's got haste. And then at the end of the turn, he dies, leaving you with a 4/4 Rhino baby there. It's a really good deal. We got Invoke the Ancients. And I always feel like this is a way better card than the meta gave it credit for. Nobody's been playing with it till like the last, month or something that it feels like. And it's such a good card. I mean, it's an Invoke, right? There you go. It's just like Invoke Fear and stuff. And Invoke Justice. This is Invoke the Ancients. So we're literally, it's 5 mana, and you get 2, 4, 5 green spirit tokens. And then you get to choose for each of them whether it has vigilance or reach or trample. So fantastic. You know, whatever it is that you need at that moment, these guys are capable of being. These is the kind of cards that I want my Shigeki to bring back in play, because I love paying 5 mana and getting 2 big dudes out of the deal, and then, you know, bringing it back and playing it again, and having 2 more. That's a total of like 4 giant dudes with some sort of ability, which will be awesome depending upon the situation, right? Let's see, for 7, we've got Titan of Industry. He comes out with reach and trample and is a 7/7 for 7. That's what green is all about. But even more so, you get to pick 2 of the following. This is just such an incredible... This should be like 10, not 7. But still, you get to destroy target artifact or enchantment. Target player gains 5 life. You put out a 4/4 green Rhino token. Or you put a shield counter on a creature you control. You get to pick any 2 of those when this thing enters the battlefield. We got the Turntimber Symbiosis, which is a green land that comes into play tapped. You can choose to pay 3 life and have it come into play not tapped. That's always such a steep price for me. You got to be desperate for that. Lastly, if you don't really need the land and you happen to have 7 mana, you can play it for its sorcery cost, where you look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from amongst them into the battlefield. If that card has a mana value of 3 or less, it enters with 3 additional +1/+1 count. And you put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So what is fantastic about that is, let's just say you look to the top 7, you end up getting a Briarbridge Tracker. Then it's going to come into play with 2. It's going to create another one, giving you 2 more and putting up to 4. And then you're going to pick another, 3 more. So this guy's going to be like a 7. What is N3 there? So it says it's going to be a 7/6 essentially, right? No, 7/5 is what it'll be. I got my math wrong there. Let's do this again. 2 + 2 is 4, so it's a 4/3. Plus 3 is 7/6. Yeah. So you have a 7/6 by returning it with this thing right here. And it has vigilance, which is great if you're looking to do some attacks, beat some dudes up, and then stand back and still defend afterward. You know, but you can pick anything. Titan of Industry, and then you'd be able to use the double into the battlefield effect. Workshop Warchief, right? You bring it in, and if it dies, you still get a 4/4 out of the deal. You know, this is a great card for green, and you got it in the stick. So we've got, 1, and then we've got a total of 4 man lands there. We've got this guy disenchants stuff or gets rid of non-basic lands, aka man lands. We got regular lands in here. We've got some fast dual lands. We got some semi-fast dual lands and some slow but cycling tri-lands. Just for those of you who don't know, cycling allows you to basically to give up this card. What's the term? Discard it. That's really. You discard the card. You pay the 3 mana. At which point you get to draw another card. And so, you know, basically that cycling means this is draw a card for 3 gray mana, essentially. And if you don't need the land, but you need another card, this is a great way to go. All right, nothing in the sideboard. This thing is a 3.9, relatively expensive. And but we are hoping to ramp up into something decent. So let's take this out, see how well it does, and see if we enjoy it. All right, we're playing against Soriano. 3 mana. No black. We got some black stuff going on. 4 mana, technically. Everything's green, though. Mulligan. Not cutting it. We'll keep this. And we're going to get rid of... We're going to get rid of the Investigator. I have hope and faith in the future. All right, so we're fighting against a mill here. That's, you know, mid-range kind of stuff. All for it in a super way. How fantastic. All right, here is our Death Touch guy. What are we looking at here? 38 still. Poke the dragon in the eye. There you go, Snapper. Alright, let's go for a nice slow one here. We don't specifically need it right at the moment. This is not going to do any good. Just take it in for the attack. Let's go, Ninja Turtle. Doodle-doodle-doo. I will decline the action. That Death Touch is very good for me at the moment. That's where having a dude with a 3 for a butt comes in so nice, because it only does 2 points of damage. I feel a mill coming up. Nope, I should have done something. No, I kind of need that mana, don't I? I can always just hope for the best. Let's go be a jerk. Let's be a jerk! All right, here's number 3. Let's go ahead and pop that guy in the face. You gonna counter that, Tex? You're gonna bounce him back. All right, good for you. Alright, so next turn we're still only at 4 mana because I sacrificed my last one for all of this. He's going for it. Alright, we go. 1, 2, 3. Cancel. Let's go in for the attack first. Got to do that. It's obligatory. $17. Take action. Yeah. Get rid of that. 1, 2, 3. Womp. Nice top decking now. You gonna go up to my library? Is that what you got? There you go. Good for you. That's 40 mana worth of cards right into the pooper there. Leave me with 10 cards. All right, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna go for the Ancients. We will. Let's trample it up. He's got nothing. Mana, mana, mana. Not mana, but we can do this. Let's blitz it. Thundercats! Oh! There we go. Bring him down to 2. There's the man I was looking for. Yeah, we won it. 1-1 victory! All right, we're playing against Red Fire 2-2-7. 3. So we got Greenland. Anything worth playing green? 2, 4. All right, I'll keep it. I have enough time. We're trying to get two color of mana, let alone trying to put together 3. Which is why I prefer just dual color decks over anything else. Alright, so we got blue going on up here, which means we're going to have to be, what, dancing around counter spells? I always hate that. Alright, Izzet again. Hopefully just another stupid mill deck. Let's see. There's 3 mana. Let's see, on 4 we got nothing to play. Oh, we got Binding of the Old Gods. Okay. So, okay, he's fishing for stuff. He can't play anything except for a land. And he got it. Alright, put this out for slow. Go in for our 1 point of damage. I know I'm leaving the man land behind. I could be going in for an additional single point. I just don't feel like having that guy be threatened by a creature kill and then being down the mana. Since I really need to get up into my 5, 6, 7 range as quickly as possible. That guy needs to die. He's got 1 blue left. We'll get out this mana. This will help us ramp as well. Hopefully he just has like a counter spell that requires 1 mana. A counter. All attacks! Alright. You're not going to like what's coming next. But some dragon came over and pooped out an egg. Oh, let's go for one of these tri-lands. That's always nice. Put out another land. And let's throw out some Ancients. These guys are going to need to trample. I'm going to give 1 reach just in case. He's giving up on it. Oh, what's the deal with that? Oh, how did I lose it? Did I already say get rid of it or something? Oh, I did. I got rid of the Kiki-Jiki, right? Or something else? No, he still has it. He still has it. So how did that guy bounce him off? That's the weirdest thing. We're going to blitz in the Rhino. All right. Here we go, Super Dave. I know you're giving him up. You're going to go after those dudes. Why would you do that? He's already dying. Oh, because he's the only one that didn't have Death Punch. Yes. Yes. 1. Oh, I didn't have the mana for it. I'm going to throw it out anyway. That sucks. I didn't plan ahead. What's this thing equal to anyway? Oh, the number of cards in his hand? Twice the number of cards in his hand. Okay. And we win. I was waiting to see how that was going to turn out. Apparently, we are that much more impressive. We're playing against mizuplayz. Mizuplayz. I don't know if that's supposed to mean something. We got 4 mana. A death touchy dude. Yeah, let's take it. Some guy to help us ramp. Ramp. That's good. Ooh, another ramper too. Good. Angels, huh? Alright, we're putting out Death Touch. Titan of Industry will be strong here. I just got to get to him. We've got 2, 3 in the hand. All right, we're going to start ramping up here. Send in my single. He can't do anything on the ground there. Decline. All right, 4, 5, 6. Are we going to make it is the question. No, we're not. Ooh. Is that going to do it? I only got 1. Not enough black, I think. Yeah, see, I can't play anything there. All right, there's another Stomper. Brings us out another land. And there's our only other attack right there. Decline. All right, and we can block absolutely nothing. Yep, I needed another black mana, and I could have wiped something out there. We would have been in a much better position. Wah, wah, wah. All right, playing Dirty 8-Bit. All right, 3 mana. And let's keep it. I like having a little bit of control in the hand. That's always nice. Let's go for green. Go for this black and put out our Death Touchy Ninja Turtle. I can kill her. Or I could just be killed. Alright, let's green up. Let's go get ourselves an additional forest. Alright, so we have 6 mana, including what's in our hands. There's a guy we want. Just in case we need it, we'll take another black in the future. Nothing worth killing. You're done. 2 more away from being able to use a Stomper for anything good. And they kill it anyway. Alright, at least you got to cause 2 points of damage, I guess. Oh, I guess it's not the 2 points of damage. Alright, never mind. Ooh, it's a person. Investigate is a controlled token. It gets +2/+0. Excellent. And this is going to take too long without it, so we're putting it out. Tapped, which gets us up to 6. All right, we'll see what happens if I need to Infernal Grasp this turn. If not, I'll go ahead and sacrifice the clue, hopefully get another land. Otherwise, I'm still going to put out the Invoke the Ancients. Otherwise, it'll be Titan Industry if we get 7. There we go. I think we got plenty of green to do anything we want. Now let's green up. I don't trust it. All right, Titan of Industry. We're going to... They don't have anything good out, right? No, they don't. Rhino and Shield. We'll put a shield on the Titan of Industry, and we're going to attack in. That's right, our token there is providing the tracker with all of her superpower. Token up, huh? You we just sacrifice it? Yeah. I can tell Trample's going to be our friend here. That's what the Ancients are going to do for us. I'm looking, we've got Blood on the Snow, but there's no snow. He can't be. If he was playing Blood on the Snow at any time, he'd have a lot more snow-covered lands. I think Titan of Industry with the shield on it is bad mojo for him. There goes the shield. I think I'm going to have to crack that Skullport Merchant's head. This should get him out of the way. What do I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to go for this. We're going to pop onto Trample. Still got 2 left. That's good. So I think I should save it just in case he puts out something awesome. That's not going to help you out there, my friend. Yep, that's a better... That or the tracker. That's the way you want to go. Next. Sack itself. Yeah, there we go. They're all 4s. The funny part is I don't want to get rid of the clue. This was keeping the tracker She-Hulked out. It does feel good having it. You stupid jerk. I guess I don't care anymore, do I? Oh, that's awfully nice. Oh, okay. Let's just go this way at first. We're going to go extra Rhino and Shield. And let's go in for the punch. And I'll wait till next turn. I'm thinking I'm just going to cycle this land. We got plenty of mana. Kind of expecting we're not going to make it to the next turn. I think he's just going to give up here in a second. A couple more of those and I'd be toast. And in we go. Oh, come on. You ripped me off. Victory! All right, premium mythic Golgari. And it feels so good. You know, it's just, I love Golgari. I love it. I love the power that green provides, the ramp, right? And then I love the creature control that black provides, you know, because unlike red, you know, red's all like doing specific points of damage, and black is just like, look, man, I don't care. That creature's dead. That creature is dead. And I love that about black, that it does that. Plus, they always usually have maybe some sort of like vampire-y life link kind of thing going on, so that every point of damage that your opponent takes, you get in life. You know, that's tempo, baby, which is Dr. Suckett's favorite thing. I suck it up. Live off the tempo of Magic cards. So what I just really like this deck quite a bit. It was nice to have it back. Now, it wasn't quite as Golgari as I was used to. It was very much mono green. It was very much like, yeah, you were playing a mono green deck, but it gave you that the control that, you know, that black provides. Binding of the Old Gods. I mean, come on. Like the time that it gave us Death Touch for all of our creatures, that was one of those rare times I actually had creatures out that could actually suck it up. And oh, that was such a glorious maneuver, coming in with all of that Death Touch, and he was getting everything that was going to block was going to die. What was the hero here? Like the big problem was getting the mana to ramp up to where we needed to be, because everything less than 4 was a little on the weak side. You know who my favorite card was in this particular deck? The one I was really glad to get? It was Kappa Tech-Wrecker. That was the guy I was so happy to see early on. Because having a dude with a 3 for a butt and having him have Death Touch was so nice. Because he could avoid so many direct creature kills off of red. He would be a great blocker. The only thing we had to worry about was dudes with First Strike. Unfortunately, we ran across a number, like 2 white decks playing First Strike Thalias that was just flooring me. But still, I was so happy to have him out. He kept people back. It was a great card. In this deck, a Topiary Stomper sucked. I mean, I got to stop thinking of him as being a creature and start thinking of him, I mean, as I always try to tell myself this. He is land ramp. You're paying 3 to get a forest. That's what you're doing, right? And everything else is just gravy. The only thing that I liked about him is that he became a target, something to suck up the extra damage from, because he wasn't going anywhere for a while. You have to get 7 mana to be able to play to actually use this guy. But up until that point, he's just sitting there as a really good target, sucking up somebody else's cards. Who else did I love? I usually try to use Workshop Warchief for his regular price. Get him out there and just have him be this dude. That way when he dies, you create that 4/4 token. But, you know, there's something to be said about blitzing him. And where you get to come out and he's got haste. And that is such a glorious thing sometimes. Because people, you know, he's like the Spanish Inquisition. You never expect it. You know, you should with a green deck like this. That they're going to try to do that, but, you know, green isn't known for its haste. But yeah, Streets of New Capenna is known for blitzing, and blitzing is haste. So that was really nice. Getting that 3 points of life, getting the additional Rhino after he died. It was well worth it, because essentially it's like playing whatever it is here, 6 to get a hasty 4/4. You know, because it starts off as a 5/3 and then becomes a 4/4 after the turn's over. Right? I'm good with that. Invoke the Ancients. I don't know why people don't play this more. I mean, it's only 5 mana, and it is fantastic. I mean, getting 2 4/5 spirits, and you get to use, you know, whether it's Vigilance, Reach, or Trample, you know, your option based on what you need. Fantastic. And of course, Titan of Industry is great. You know, but he was so expensive, and it was hard kind of creeping up to those levels. Even with the ramp we did have in here. You know, those aggro decks were a pain in the butt. They definitely took advantage of the situation before we had ability to bust our way into there. This Turntimber Symbiosis also costs 7. And I don't think we got to use it for its actual ability, but, it was a land. And that helped, a number of times getting us into that 6 and 7 category that we needed so bad for these ranges right there. I never used the man lands. They were in there. They showed up, but I was always pounding that mana out trying to get these other guys going big time. Meathook Massacre, doing a fantastic job. The one card that I didn't really use I can think of is this Shigeki. I know he's there to do a lot of great things. I just didn't need him ever. Everything else kind of played itself. Yeah, I was really impressed with Briarbridge Tracker. My big problem, and I hate to say this, I really hate to see this, is that the Briarbridge, is that actually a dude? But is that I hate the art. Really dislike the art on it in comparison to everything else that's going on. It's very, very bland. And so that is one of the reasons I would stay away from this. But when it comes into the battlefield, it investigates, meaning it creates a token. As long as you have a token, it gets plus 2.0. So therefore, you got a 4/3 for 3 with Vigilance, and that is a great card. Much better. If he had better art on him, I think that this card would be used a lot more than it currently is. So let's give it a rating. The question is it competitive? Well, I got this off of the premium mythic list, so yes, it is a competitive deck. In my plays, it got 60% win rate, which is good, really good actually. And interestingly, it won more often when I went second. That's really kind of weird. But yeah, when I went second, there's just not enough plays, I think, to really qualify that. So it's competitive. It's a competitive deck. It's a good one. The deal is it fun, and I gotta say, I'm not sure if it's as fun. I mean, fun's winning, fun's fighting, right? But even more so, it just felt right. It felt like being home, playing in Golgari again. So I really enjoyed the deck for that situation. So did I find it super fun? Yeah, it was good. Was it enjoyable? Yes. Yeah, it just felt great. Is there a theme? No. What is this? Elemental, Rhino, Plant, Human, Turtle. Yeah, there's no theme going on here. It's Golgari just hanging out, high-fiving each other. That's what it is. It's not even Riveters. And what is this? Is that, I can't even tell what this is supposed to be. I know it's from this new Kappa. Yeah, I guess it goes along. It creates Rhino Warriors. These two are bros. You can say that. Maybe even this might even be a part of that whole, whatever that guild is for it. Hard to say. All right, I'm starting to talk myself into it a little bit. Yeah, so we got new Capenna. We got werewolf set. That's what I call it. Another werewolf set. This is a nice blend. So I'm going to say, no, I don't think this is very themey. So being competitive and super fun, but not super themey, I'm going to give this deck an A. So if you end up playing this deck, I hope you have as much fun with it as I did. All right, that's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. See you next time, Space Cowboys. Later.